to Houston Life, now to your health. Maybe your mom or dad or even a spouse has suffered from a stroke. According to the CDC, every 40 seconds, someone in the United States has a stroke.
And stroke is a leading cause of serious long-term disability, reducing mobility in more than half of stroke survivors age 65 and older. So where can you find help? Joining us is physical therapist Arundhati Bajor, or Aru Bajor, with Memorial Hermann Rehabilitation Hospital, Katy, and survivor Guadalupe Garza. Welcome to you both. It's nice to meet you both.
Thank you.
And Guadalupe, let's start with you. We were just chatting, getting to know you during the commercial break. So it was March of last year, March of 2022.
Right.
And you suffered a stroke.
Yes.
A scary time. Talk to us about the process and the aftermath.
Well, I can't remember a lot of the process, but I remember what my wife told me.
Okay.
And she had neighbors put me in my vehicle.
In your car to take you to the hospital?
To take me to the hospital. And then because I didn't realize I had a stroke till almost a month afterwards.
What were your first symptoms? Did you have, like you couldn't speak or?
Well, my first symptoms, I can say I'm a special person because I ended up with COVID at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And I didn't get no help till after the COVID was through with me. So I laid in a hospital bed for 2 weeks.
Wow. And they were taking care of you for COVID, but you also were having
a stroke.
Oh, wow.
And then afterwards, they moved me into rehab. And I thank all the therapists from the time I went in to now with the Hermann Memorial Rehab, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be speaking.
Talking, walking. I know, it's amazing.
And everything.
You've come a long way in a year. And Aru Bajor, how critical is the rehab process for folks after a stroke? Because we've always heard time is of the essence, and proper care can mean the difference between returning, to a normal quality of life and not.
Yes, for sure. Rehab is very essential, and immediate attention to, address all the deficits that someone can have with a stroke, like you can have weakness, which he did. You can have problems with speech, and then your muscles can start wasting. So all of those need immediate attention. And by the time Guadalupe came to us, we were already in an outpatient setting. So things that we worked on were strength, endurance, just mobility, functional mobility, and just to maximize his functional independence, things that he was used to doing. So it's very much of a team effort, especially at Katy Rehab. We work as a team. It's a very collaborative process. Mr. Garza saw speech, occupational therapy, and physical therapy, and I represent our whole team, which is amazing. Woohoo! We saw him for in physical therapy, we worked for almost 4 months. We worked a lot on balance, strengthening, simple things like, can you get off the floor? Can you walk on uneven surfaces? He lives in a pretty kind of a rural area. So that was a concern, to prevent falls. And, is he able to get up? If he fell down, those kinds of things. And then the day-to-day things that you do. So occupational therapy kind of helps with that, Is he able to bathe himself and dress himself and work on fine motor things?
Yeah, exactly, fine motor stuff, yeah.
And then with the speech, he worked extensively. And then he recently started driving, which was an amazing thing.
Congratulations.
That was a big goal.
How did that feel?
Independent.
There you go. Because you're trying to get back to being independent like you were before this happened, your prior level of functioning. So I think that's wonderful for you. Congratulations.
Glad to see you doing so well, Guadalupe. And Aru, final thoughts for someone out there, for families facing this decision, okay, a stroke has happened, now what? Do we do outpatient, inpatient? What's your message to them?
Usually from the acute care setting, we go to the inpatient setting. Make sure you follow up, you do your exercises, follow up with your physicians. Don't wait. Once you know the symptoms, if you have the facial droop, you're having slurred speech, time is of essence, you can get to the hospital and they can get you help. So from there on, the hospital, people at the hospital will take over and they will kind of guide you. If you're ready for inpatient rehab, that's where you'll go, and then on to outpatient therapy, and then to get stronger.
Well, Guadalupe Garza, thank you so much for stopping by, sharing your story. Glad to see you doing well. And Arundhati Aru Bajor, thank you so much as well for your advice.
Yes.
Appreciate it. And in the meantime, if you'd like to learn more, you can call 800-44-REHAB, or you can visit memorialhermann.org/about Katy Rehab. We'll also have a link on the homepage of our website, HoustonLife.tv.